What's up, everybody? Welcome to Z Buds Grow episode 8, cut number 3. I just did this. I got like 20 minutes into it twice and the phone cut off on me. So here we go again. Round 3. All right, starting off in our auto. But first, let's say welcome, everybody. Welcome any newcomers. If you like what you see, stick around, subscribe up. Much appreciated. Make sure you put a comment in there. Let me know you're here watching. And you like what you see or whatever. And welcome back to all my community of growers, all my subscribers and followers. Much love and much appreciation. So here we go, off to the autos with our 300 watts area. It's Mars Hydro TS1000s, 150 watts each. We have them at 80%, and we are growing in a 3.5 foot by 26 inches, a little over 2 feet this way. That is our grow area. Bump. And we try to keep our plants short here around here because the LED lights coverage only has a 2 foot depth, so we don't try to grow our plants bigger than 2 feet. I don't feel the need to. So this little blue line here, or the words, that is our height marker. We do not want to go over that. I try to train the plant, keep the plants down. But, all right, let's get into it. We're gonna start off with the newbies in here, and these are from 1, 2, 3 Fat Buds. First ones we got, in here we have 2 Caribbean Dreams. Couple days old, but they're above and they are ready, so don't need to stick long on them. Not much to see with babies. And then besides them, to add with them, we have 3 American Gangsters, which came out a little messed up on that Carter leaf. That's alright, rest of it is good. Same thing. That Carter leaf, if you want to say it. And then this one. So, those are our American Gangsters and our Caribbean Dreams. And those are 1, 2, 3 Fat Buds. And then off to this girl here. This is our Blue Dreams for 1, 2, 3 Fat Buds. This one's, and these are all 1 gallons. And we are on 18.6 light cycle. So I am trying to figure out how to grow 1 cola. So here we go. So basically what I keep doing is I keep taking the big fan leaves down here to slow down the growth here and try to keep everything close to the stalk. I just leave the leaves up top so all the energy stays focused here and just keeps growing this way. So when these 2 leaves here get to be the size of these, then I'll remove these 2 leaves, and we'll just continue doing that throughout the whole grow. And hopefully we can grow at least a half-ounce cola is what my goal is with that. Because that is what I would like eventually over in our 4x4 Mars Hydro tent. I am trying to get, what was it? So it would be 48 1 gallon single colas. That is what I'm trying to figure out and how to build it, how to get to that in that 4x4 Mars Hydro. But anyways, regardless, so that is her doing great. Next up over here from Cultured Seeds is our Draconia drool. So we started off with 10. All 10 germinated, all 10 grew. 3 of them were stunted because they're regs. We just moved them out, got them gone. Which then left us with 7. Out of those 7, 4 of them popped males. They're gone. We have 3 females. Here is 1. The other 2 we put into the box for our first times doing autos under 12. We're gonna see what we can do. We'll explain that when we get over there. But anyways, so with her, we're not gonna try to grow 1 cola. We're gonna do the normal thing where we just remove the 2 top leaves. So basically we want to get to the 4 notes. So as soon as we get 3 notes up here, well, we already took off the bottom note. So technically this would be note number 2, And then this one would be note number 3. This would be, sorry people, that would be note number 2. There would have been note number 1. These are number 2, you know, and this is number 3. So we always get rid of the bottom note, and then once we got first note, and then we get to the second note, and once we get to the third note, in the 1 gallon pots, what we do is start taking these 2 leaves off. Once they get big, we take them off, which then allows these bottom 4 branches to grow up at the same time as the center. And it's a 1 gallon pot, so if we're going to see, are we going to do the 1 cola, or are we going to do 5 colas? So it'd be, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the middle one would be 5. And to accomplish that, we just keep taking these off after we hit the 3rd note. Well, technically the 4th note, but. So, yeah, Draconia drool, kicking butt. Next up, I'm not going to speak about them, really not going to show them a lot. Those are our purple mindsets. It is a grow along video, so you want to check it out, more information on it. Check out the purple mindsets grow along with grower mindset. Alright, so sorry guys, but that's what you got for that. Alright, back over here. Once again, back to 1, 2, 3 fat buds. We have another blue dream. So we started off with 3 gallons. 2 of them I had passed off to other people, and believe it or not, I kept the shortest one, the stockiest one. Why? Because I got mad at ADHD, and this had the most even area. All the branches were growing even. They got tight note spacing, and yeah, so I kept the short, stocky one. It had the structure I like. So, as you can see, and I'll give you so to match it out. See, it grew just like this. It's built the same as this plant. So, yeah. Like I said, how we accomplish it, we remove these. And then when these 2 get up here, we start removing these ones too, to let the lower ones come up. So we got that one coming up, we got that one coming up, and then we also got these side ones here coming up. You know, obviously all the way around. So, just doing nice and healthy. Alright, next one up, Royal Queen Seeds. This is our Grape Ape. So she is coming up to the end of her 2nd month. She's about to finish her last month off. She's due for her top feeding in a couple days. She's coming up on finishing up month 1. She's getting her 2nd top feeding soon, in a couple days. She's so they start off with Dr. Earth. It's 70%, 30%, which is what's in her. She started with. Now her next feeding would be 50-50. She had her 50-50 last time. So now she gets 70-30. I mean 30-70 for her last. So they'll be getting she gets 30-70, she'll be getting 50-50. These girls don't need nothing for a little bit. Anyways, let's check her out. So I had screwed up on the light situation. I was beating her hard. I totally forgot, because I was just doing photos for a while. I forgot autos don't need as much PPFD, due to the simple nature is that they're on for 18 hours a day, not 12 hours a day when they're flowering. So here I am cranking 900 PPFD on her. Lights are off at 7 p.m. But yeah, come 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, she was already going, her leaves were already down. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with her? Then I realized autos only need max 600-700 PPFD. So we adjusted our lights down to 80% from this height, which is 18 inches from the top of the plant. So we're 18 inches above our top plant, 80%. She's getting 680 PPFD on this bud here, which is the highest part. So over here down bottom, they're hitting 200. And you come over here a little bit more, and these girls right now are at about 350, 300, 325, 350. So Right now she's hitting about 400. I raised her up on a bucket. So, but yeah. So yeah, I was cranking way too much light on her. But anyways, yeah. So that's what we got going on in our auto section, guys. I didn't know if I really checked her out over here for you guys. I'm sorry. Let's just do a quick drive-by. I can't remember if we went over it, but she's kicking butt. You know, slight defoliation. Only training we did is like I've explained. We just kept removing the top leaves. Boom, 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 and let everything grow up. Her note spacing is perfect. This has been a perfect grow. I mean, the only thing that's not perfect is these 3 colas that took off to the highest. But besides that, this girl's been awesome. No deficiencies. Note stacking is perfect. Leaf ratio, perfect. Like, the ease of growing, perfect. Like, you know, very selective defoliation. That's all I've done. And that's it. So she will be starting her bloom booster, which is our flower fuel. So she'll get top fed and watered in with recharge. And then the following week she gets her stash blend and flower fuel, which is her bloom booster. She'll get that for 2 or 3 weeks in a row, and then she'll be cut off to straight water. All right, so there we go. There's the autos. All right, say bye-bye to next week. Yeah. All right, next over here, come over to our nursery area. This is where we do seedlings, clones, and moms. So we're doing hardcore training. If you're new here, we do hardcore training on our moms. So these are the ones that we pull back once we find out. We're only using seedlings from moms. We're not gonna take clones from clones. I'm not gonna use a clone plant for a mom. I decided I was gonna at first, and I changed my mind. So everything gets to blah blah blah. I don't know what I'm gonna say. Anyways, so we do extremely hard training, nice and young, to get these girls to what we want. So we only grow in 1 gallon pots, these moms, and we keep them small, and we only train them strictly for clones. So we train it out. We want to train them out to 16 clones per plant. So we do 3 toppings, and then from there we take everything off except for the top branches. And then, like this one, for example, has been topped out. She's got all 16 tops going now. Now we let her grow up into a little bush up here. So we grow into a nice bush of nothing but 16 clones for us to cut. And that's that. And as you can see, so this is our OG Kush by Royal Queen Seeds. I mean, there's not too much to see here because there's nothing to see. It's all training. It's all sticks. And then we got OG Haze, crossed with Rainbow Belts, Masonic Seeds. She's growing in her 8. She's already been topped all the way around. She's growing in to 8 tops now, and then we'll cut it back into 6 topper again for her 16th. Same thing with the Putang Neva. As you can see, I kind of, when I did my neem oil, I kind of put her back when she was still wet, and she got a little burnt on the leaves, but that's all right. She's not keeping those leaves anyways. So she's been topped all out, waiting to get up to, she got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we got to top her one more time to get to 16. So she's needs to be topped one more time to 16. She needs to be topped one more time to 16. And same thing, she's growing out her 8. And then we're going to top them again to her 16. This one here is by P&W Cultivators. This is our Falcon Heavy. And that is retail 12 crossed with Apes in Space. And as you see, I took the top foliage, took the top leaves off of here because I need these bottoms to grow up, and I need this to slow down a little bit. So yeah, the R underneath our full light spectrum. You can pick it, you can turn off the blues, you can turn the whites, the reds, you pick what you want. I have them all on. It's 78 watts. So that is what we got going on, training out our moms for clones. So, and then in here is we're getting poly going. This is through the roof genetics. So we're gonna slide these in. This will be the next run to go into the box. So we have the two Draconia drool autos in there already. Getting a jump start on training to see what's gonna happen. And so we have an available trade coming up in the next week, and we are gonna use Polly's autos in there and run a tray of his. He sent me 10 tubes. It was 9 different strains. The 10th tube was a mixed tube of seeds of 25 different strains, so who knows what it is. So we got a mystery seeds. So we basically planted 1 seed out of each tube because I need 10 pots to go in there. So from Through the Roof Genetics, we have Big Muffin, 4K Purple, Black Rhino, Big Mountains, OGKC, Mass Damage, Bruised Fruit, Zoe Skittles, and Zoe Critical, and then a mystery plant. Seeds are now in the germinate in a root riot blocks. I didn't soak them. I didn't put them in paper towels or nothing. I soaked the root riot blocks, and then I popped the seed in it and put them in here, wrapped them up, put a heat lamp on them, and they're just chilling. It's only been 24 hours, so. And they will be the next run to go into the photo box. All right. So that is what we got going on in our nursery area. And let's step out. We did the autos, we did this and that. Oh, real quick, I am still waiting for Homegrown Meds to reach out to me. My email or Instagram, you can find it in the description on the channel. Here's your seeds waiting to be shipped. Homegrown Meds, the winner of last week's card game. It's my little wall over here. Here we go. This is Polly's Through the Roof Genetics. He's from Belfast, Northern Ireland. What's up, brother? And there he is. Grow Mind Studs. What up, Grow Me? That's the Purple Mindset Grow On. Alright, enough of that. So, with that said, so today is you still have a chance to enter into this week's card game. All you have to do is pick a card, put it in a comment. If you're not sure, then go back to the last, the Purple Mindset number 3, and watch that video if you want to see what anybody else has picked for a card, so you don't pick that card. But if you don't want to, when you pick a card, I will let you know if you pick somebody else's and tell you got to pick somebody else's. But we are doing the giveaway of 3 different strains, 12 seeds. They're femmes, they're autos, and they are from 1, 2, 3 Fat Buds. It will be 4 Blue Dreams, 4 Caribbean Dreams, and 4 American Gangsters. So all you have to do is pick a card, and then we'll be cutting the deck on Purple Mindset number 4, which will be Tuesday. All right. Off in here. Here we are in the 4x4. So if you're new here on this channel, there's no veg. We do not do no veg area. This used to be the veg area, and now we got rid of veg and we made that the auto area, and we do straight 1 gallon pots, 12-12. The goal is, like I said, the goal is I want to grow 1 cola, try to get a 1/2 ounce cola. Don't know if it's possible, but we want a 1/2 ounce cola in a pot. So just picture these as colas, just a row of colas, 4 colas back. You know, so we'll go 4 colas deep and 6 colas wide. And that's it, just rows of cola. Same thing would go down there. That is my goal. That is what I'm trying to get to. But I'm going to play around until I figure it out. So let's get it off to it. So here we are. 4x4 Mize Hydro tent. We have 4 Mize Hydro TS1000s, 150 watts. This one's at 25%. This one's at 50%. This one down here normally is at 75%, but right now it's at 50%, and then that one is at 100%. Every 2 weeks a tray comes in and a tray comes out. That is what we're working on. This is new, so we haven't fully got it done yet, but we're working it. These top shelf had started it. This was tray number 1 actually. So, and then 2 weeks later this tray came in, and then actually, am I lying? Yeah, no, I'm right. So these were seedlings 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so everything's 2 weeks apart. And then when this one comes out in a week, this tray here will drop. These 2 trays will slide this way. This tray will drop down here. These 2 trays will slide this way. And through the roof genetics will come in here and we'll run her tray. So that's how it goes. So we'll come over here first. Cinco de Mayo. So these are the clones. They're doing good. Just catching their roots. As you can see, they're coming back to health. The purple up top. They're slowly. It was all purple. They were clones. They're just slowly coming back to health, as all of them are. So here, it's just they're on week 2. They're in week 2 right now. Coming over here. All right. Next up is our coastal buffalo, which are in week 3 since they've been over here. They're doing nice and good. This girl, actually, these are from still tip burns from when we cloned them. That's a leaf, I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe that's from the stash blend. I don't know. Yeah, because it's a little on this one, so it's probably from the stash blend. But anyways, so these ones we're trying 2 different styles, and we basically want to see if we can train a clone into try to just grow her straight up. So what we did is all the node sites are still down on here, I believe so. They just ain't growing out yet, like some of them have started to. And I just keep taking these leaves off, like this. Oops, sorry. I keep taking these leaves off, and I'm trying to keep the node sites close to the stalk. So we just leave these top leaves, and maybe it'll just grow up, and we can keep everything tight, and maybe grow one bud. I don't know. It's an experiment, you know. People can tell me do's and don'ts, but I gotta try myself everything. You know, I'm a hands-on guy. You can tell me anything you want, but I'm not gonna know 100 until I do it myself. I'm not gonna remember until I do it myself. So these ones are going regular, untouched. These ones, we're gonna keep removing all the low fans. And like an example is, pretty soon we'll end up taking these 2 leaves off. Once these ones get a little bit bigger, we'll take these 2 off and we'll just continue up. Just like I explained over there. So yeah, so those are the clones that are in here right now, these 2 trays. Next tray over here is OG Hayes crossed with rainbow belts. And we only have one of them over here. And as you can see, same thing, same training. Just remove those 2 leaves. I'm not going to say that no more rest of this time. So, and she's doing good, nice and healthy. Alright, then we have 3 Putang Chem Nevils from Masonic Seeds. Oh, I'm sorry guys, real quick. Cinco de Mayo is New England Genetics, aka Green Leaf Growers. Check him out on his channel. Coastal Buffalo is Masonic Seeds. Check him out on his channel. OG Hayes and Putang Neville is Masonic Seeds. Check his channel out. He also has monthly subscriptions there for seeds. So right here is our 3 Putang Neville Chems. So they are going very slow. They're not picking up speed very fast at all. They're not big. They're the same time as her. But what a difference in size. They're very slow. Okay, so it has Chem Dog in it, I believe. That's why it's called Chem. And then we have some more Chems down, another strain with some Chem Dog in it. All right, so Chem Dog is from Massachusetts. So anything with Chem in it, I want to run. I'm from Massachusetts. I want to represent us Massachusetts people. So, but with that said, I've never grown them before or anything. But these are very slow with growth. And I want to say the same thing with the other two down there in the back. They're the same time as the rest of the ones on the tray, but it's those two back there have chem in it too. You know, so I don't know if it's the chem. I don't know. But they're healthy and green, but they're doing slow. Like I said, usually this is about the time I take these two leaves off. But I don't want to do it to this one because she has nothing down there once I take them off. You know, at least this one's got a little bit of growth down there. You know, this one's better. So, alright, enough of those. These are our two Draconia drool autos that we are sampling under 12 and 12. Will be my first autos ever grown under 12 and 12. My first autos ever grown in a 1 gallon pot. So, yeah. So we did the two training methods here. Same thing. Strip all the big leaves down here. Just try to do the 1 cola thing here. Same thing here. This one opposite. We're going to take the top leaves and just let the side branches grow up. See what happens. Back there's another Cinco de Mayo and the Kosher Buffalo. These were the clones that I was going to keep as mom plants, but we decided we're not going to keep clones for moms. End of story. Just seedlings for moms. So, boom, boom, they're over here in the flower chamber. Alright, let's moving on down. Next up, alright, we'll start off 91 Cherries OG by Dad Marino. So, this is, has the chem in it. And, like I said, look at the difference in sizes. So, I don't know if it's the chem that keeps them a little slow. But those are the same dates, and like I said up top, those were the same dates of each other, so maybe it is. But anyways, these are Dad Marino's 91 Cherries OG, and they are nice and healthy and above ground, and we are going. Not a lot to see, but alright. And then next up from Colchigen Seeds again, this is Ukrainian Raspberry. We have a total of 7 of them. So these trays down here are all reg seeds, and we still have to pluck males out of them. But as you can see, they're doing good, nice and healthy. Alright. And then the newest ones that just came in here a couple days ago is from Cavs Snake Oil, would be our Cavs Blueberry. So we got 5 of them in here. Not a lot to see here, except for they're above ground and they're rocking and rolling. Alright, and so out of these, out of the 7 Ukrainians, so basically, we're hoping both those are females. We got our fingers crossed that both those are females. But we're definitely praying that at least one is a female. And we need to take a female, we need to put it back into mom status to cut it up into clones to run a whole tray of it. So if we only get one, we won't get a sample plant early. We'll only get the mom. But if both of them are females, we'll get a sample plant that stays in here that we get to try before the other ones are done. Before we grow up the mom and run the clones. Same thing. So we have 7 chances on these Ukrainian raspberries from Colchigen Seeds. We basically need 2 females out of it. 1 from mom, 1 to stay in here for samples. Anything extra is a bonus. Thumbs up. Same thing with the Cavs Snake Oils, Cavs Blueberries. We're praying, we need two females, 1 to stay for a sample, 1 to go off to moms. Anything extra, a bonus. And that is, so we are looking for 3 more flavor moms to come out of there to run clone trays with. Alright, so that is going on with all these girls. Next up is from P Gutter. This is Chud Crossfoot Wedding Cake. He gave me 4 seeds. I did all 4 seeds, 2 turned into males, chucked them. We had 2 females left. We topped them out until 32 branches, and then we were gonna grow them nice big plants. But then the strategy of my grow changed, and we changed it into this double decker, 1 gallon, no veg. So we didn't have time to continue letting them veg, and we threw them into flower. One of them, we tried the swaz technique to compare back and forth. I swazzed on the wrong day, and I stalled her out, and she grew nothing. There was just nothing was going on. But if you watched episode 7, you would see. And I cut her out last week and chucked her. We kept her. She's not very big, but she's doing good. She's got like a few weeks left on her. 3 weeks minimum anyways. So, but yeah, we'll get a little something still from her, you know. She's still in her 3-gallon pot. Like I said, she was trained out to a whole bunch to go into a big plant. She would have been a nice size, good grow then, but whatever. Sacrifices happen. So, but she still smells good. She's still triconed up. She's still got to go through her bulking stage. So they're not going to be huge, but we'll get something from her. All right. So like I said at the beginning, this is cut number 3. So unfortunately, you missed the up close on the tricones and the 3 plants that I cut down. You guys missed looking at them and watching me cut them down. I'll show you after they're hanging up, but I already recorded it and I screwed it up. So here we go. So this is what's left. So we harvested the kosher buffalo. We had one of them. We harvested her. We had 1 Cinco de Mayo. We harvested her, and we tried the swaz technique. We had 4 firecrackers. We have 3 in here. The 4th one we swazed, and it almost feels like when you swaz them, they kind of finish a little early. So we pulled that one. So 3 of them are already pulled. This tray has another week to go. Like I said, in a week, this tray will come out regardless where it's standard, which basically should be done. And all the trays will rotate, and we'll bring in through the roof's genetics. So let's get in here. We'll start off with these ones. I don't really care about them. I'm not very happy. These are Flower Bomb Kush. I grew them once before. I didn't like to grow, but the plant I grew ended up pollinating itself and popping 5 seeds. So I popped the 5 seeds. 4 of them come up, and we grew. I grew her better this time. It seems better, but I still don't like it. It's just crazy amount of leaves. Like, I just went in there and just started pulling everything out of there. As you can see, like the fried ends. That's because of me pulling, just yanking it all out. So yeah, lot of very leafy, very leafy. I don't like that. I mean, I get it, it's indica, and they're definitely short in stock. These ones are a little shorter too, number 1 because they're indicas, but number 2 is we're also doing all the trying the techniques in here. These are actually the first 1-gallon pots I ran through, or probably my first 1-gallon pots I ever ran ever. So this is the first harvest coming out of this little setup I just did. So these, we tried different training methods. These all were topped. You know, these ones weren't, so. But they're like kind of, yeah, it's bud all the way up. So all of them are like that. It smells good, I'll tell you that. But yeah, so those are my bag seeds. As you see, everything's eating each other, eating themselves up. It's all fading out. They're on strictly water now. All right, so that's that. Next ones are our 3 firecrackers that are left by Masonic Seeds. And as you can see, this one and this one are siblings, and they look totally different. Look like 2 different plants. Just 2 different phenos, that's it. So this one's got the spearhead's like a like more sativa. All right, look at all that sugar. Pretty good. I mean, I like it for sure. She's got a lot of trichomes on her. She's packing in the heat. Alright, now this is her sibling, which has round, like golf ball nugs. It's just like more indica leaning, right? But it smells so good just for me grabbing these things shaking around. So there's that. And here it is. So we attempted the one cola thing with a photo plant, and she jetted up to be like 2.5 feet tall. 3 feet. So we had a super cropper. She grew in between the lights way up here. So I had no choice but the super cropper. But as you can see, we removed all that stuff. And voila. I think solid. These things are solid. So everything turned up because of the branch. If it wasn't, they'd all probably be connected into one solid bud. Even these lower ones are the same size as the tops on these. And so she is definitely yummy. Sorry, I'm trying to focus in here. Once again, these are firecrackers by Masonic Seeds. But like they say, right? The bigger the roots, the bigger the fruits, the bigger the branch, the bigger the bud, right? So I get why people grow big plants and then they have to lollipop, take all that bottom off, is because they want this. Get it, I get it. But it's just not my style. I would prefer this. But anyways, there ain't nothing wrong with this at all. That is fucking awesome. I love it. Beautiful. Okay, so yeah. All right. That is what we got going on. So down bottom we have 2 fans. They're off. They're oscillating fans, 12-inch. We keep the 2 down bottom, and then we have 1 up top. We have a humidifier. It is not on. It is off. We don't need it no more. The tent's been open, so the humidity's down and the heat's down. But to the right, you can see what they normally are. And yeah, that's what we're rocking and rolling with. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. I don't know how good we're gonna be able to see this stuff. My camera's not gonna pick things up very good. I'm sorry guys, I'm not really gonna be able to show you until it's dry. Well, anyways, so we got those 3 right there drying up. So we got Cinco de Mayo, Kosher Buffalo, Firecracker. So, and there's my Dollar Tree. My Dollar Tree drying hooks. Pick them, that's good. You get 2 of them for $1.25. The Dollar Tree. Perfect for hanging your plants. So, that's what's going on. So once again, Homegrown Meds, please reach out. Alright, make a comment in the video, something. Or check out or email me. It's in this channel's description, my email. But yeah, so that's what we got, everybody. Taz, you want to say hi? Say hi, Taz. This is my boy, Tazzy. My Australian Shepherd. His dad's a mini. His mom's a full size. He got stuck in between. He's neither a mini or a full size. He's a medium Australian Shepherd, aren't you, buddy? And then he's got crazy eyes. So both eyes have blue on the right side. He's not gonna let us look. So when he looks over to the right, he's got blue eyes. When he looks to the left, he's got brown eyes. He's an Australian Shepherd that still has his tail. And his other uniqueness is his schnauzer. I call it a cow nose. You got a cow nose, huh? You got pink spotted nose, buddy, huh? He's like, leave me alone. So that's my boy Tazzy. He's 2 years old. Huh? Daddy love ya. All right, everybody. Sorry, guys. See, thanks for watching. If you're still here, make sure you enter the giveaway. And till next time, this is Z-Bud Grow signing off. Thanks for sticking around and watching. Love all the support. You know, all those comments. You know, put smiles on my face. All right, everybody. Peace.